What is up, sports fans? This is another episode of Hill Time Sports. We got some news out of the NBA today. Domantas Sabonis is injured for 10 days after suffering an ankle sprain against the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, with only less than 20 games, in the season, the Sacramento Kings cannot afford to lose Domantas Sabonis. The Kings are vying for a play-in spot, maybe moving up the ladder if they can somehow form a miracle. I mean, Golden State right now is 40-29, tied with the Minnesota Timberwolves. So it's going to be pretty hard for them to secure an actual playoff spot instead of a play-in spot. And I doubt that's going to happen, but having Domantas Sabonis injured is not a good look for them. Phoenix Suns are right behind the Dallas Mavericks, 32-37 and 33-36, a game back. These two teams will be making up the last spot, one of the last spots in the play-in. We don't know who. Also, Oklahoma City Thunder are in playoff mode as they are resting 3 starters against the Philadelphia 76ers, which will happen tomorrow, I believe. Let me double check. Oklahoma City Thunder will be without 3 starters for Wednesday night's game against the Philadelphia 76ers, including MVP favorite Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, due to rest. They are resting for the playoffs. I mean, they are what is the standings for them? They are first place, 12.5 games ahead of the Houston Rockets, 56-12. That puts them at 68 games left in the season. No, not 68 games. They are 68 games into the season and have 14 games left. So resting your starters until then, well, not until then, every now and then is kind of a good thing, especially when you're playing some of the teams that are lacking in talent at the moment. Also, we'll go over some of the what is that stupid thing? We'll go over some of the scores from here as we look into what's going on. Movers, shakers in the league come playoff time. The Atlanta Hawks defeated the Charlotte Hornets 134-102, with Trae Young leading the way with 31 points, 8 assists, and 3 steals. Daquan Jeffries, 19 points, leading the way for the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets have already been eliminated from the playoffs. And the Atlanta Hawks, let's double check. Atlanta Hawks are in the play-in game right now, and maybe, I don't think they're going to be moving up in the standings. They're probably going to be a play-in team. But let's move on. Not New York Knicks. Not New York Nets. Not New Jersey Nets. The Brooklyn Nets lost to the Celtics 104-96. Brooklyn Nets are 23-46, and Boston is 50-19. That means 69 games into the season. D'Angelo Russell led the way with 18 points for the Brooklyn Nets, and Kristaps Porzingis led with 25 points. In the rebound category, Porzingis had 13, Claxton had 9 and assists, Drew Holiday had 8 assists, 2 turnovers, D'Angelo Russell had 7 assists, 2 turnovers. Field goal percentage, 40% from the field for Brooklyn, 44% from Boston, 28% from 3 for the Brooklyn Nets, which is very bad, and 33% from the Celtics, not a very good number either. 13 turnovers for the Celtics and 9 for the Nets. The story of the game has to be the 3-point shooting. Not really, because they weren't that far off. But the rebounds, 48 for Boston and 39 for the Nets. That tells the story. I mean, we don't expect Brooklyn to make the playoffs this year. So, I think they're already eliminated. Let me double check. Whether they're eliminated or not. Nets are they're not doing too well. They're not eliminated yet, but they're getting there. I mean, Miami Heat are 29 and 39. They could possibly move up. I doubt it. But let's move on to the next game. The Golden State Warriors defeated the Milwaukee Bucks 104 to 93. Giannis Antetokounmpo led the way with 20 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and Jimmy Butler with 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists. And in the standings, I believe the Golden State Warriors are 6th, and Milwaukee is 5th with the 38 and 30 record. 68 games into the season. That means 14 more games to go, same as the Thunder. Also, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are on a 2-game losing streak, they lost to the Clippers, who are 39 and 30, 132 to 119. Max Strus led the way with 24 points, and Kawhi Leonard led with 33.7 rebounds and 4 steals. Very good defensive game from Kawhi Leonard. And that's all for the games today. When it comes to the standings, let's double check the standings and maybe some more news. I'll let you guys know. Boston 2nd. They've clinched a playoff spot. New York Knicks 3rd. Pacers 4th. Milwaukee 5th. Detroit 6th. And you're playing games. Atlanta, obviously. Orlando, Chicago, and Miami for the time being. We'll see if Toronto could catch up. Not very many games left. We'll see. In the West, the Oklahoma City Thunder are the only team that clinched a playoff spot. Houston Rockets, 2nd seed. Denver Nuggets, tied for the 2nd seed, but they're the 3rd. Lakers, 4th. Grizzlies, 5th. Warriors, 6th. Timberwolves, 7th. Clippers, 8th. 9th and 10th are Sacramento and Dallas. Dallas could move down and lose their spot to either the Phoenix Suns or the Trailblazers. We will find out another day. Moving on to the Major League Baseball season. The Major League Baseball season kicked off today, and Ohtani said he was nervous to be back in Japan. Let's read it. It's from Tim Keown from ESPN. Shohei Ohtani seems impervious to a variety of conditions that afflict most humans: nerves, anxiety, distraction, but it took playing a regular season big league game in his home country to change all of that. Now, I did not know that the game was going to start at 3 in the morning in the West Coast, but the Dodgers won 4-1 against the Chicago Cubs. I am going to go to the score and find that. Not spring training. We do not want the spring training. Oh, there it is. Because this was the first regular season game of the season. Yamamoto pitched 5 innings, 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, and 1 base on balls. With the loss, what's this guy? Ben Brown lost the game. 2.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 3 base on balls. He walked a lot of guys. Who started the game? I know someone else started the game. It was Imanaga, who had 4 innings pitched, walked 4 batters, and struck 2 out. Not a very good start from Imanaga, and Brown ended up losing the game for them, 4-1. Ohtani had 2 hits, 2 runs, RBIs from Edman Hernandez, Teoscar Hernandez. Will Smith had an RBI. That's basically it on the scoring side of the Dodgers. And RBI from Amaya. Miguel Amaya had the lone RBI for the Dodgers. Not a very good start from the Cubs, but we kind of expected that because it's the Dodgers. The Dodgers are the number 1 team in the MLB, in my opinion. They will be contending for a World Series. It's kind of already a foregone conclusion that they will win. Rangers signed veteran left-hander Patrick Corbin to a one-year deal. The Texas Rangers signed free agent left-hander Patrick Corbin to a one-year contract, plugging a durable veteran into their injury-addled starting rotation. Corbin, who will enter his 13th Major League season, struggled through most of his 6-year, $140 million contract with the Nationals, but he's a two-time All-Star. John Gray ended up on the 60-day injured list to make room on the 40-man roster for Corbin. Gray broke his right wrist when he was hit by a line drive in a spring training game on Friday. I mean, look, for as much flack as I'll probably get, I think that Trevor Bauer needs to be signed by a team. It's been long overdue. If he's got the stuff, he's got the stuff. If he doesn't have the stuff, then there's nothing to lose about that. It's just, I feel like there's a bunch of politics going on by Rob Manfred and the rest of the MLB for coming out against the stickum stuff, the sticky stuff on the ball. It's not a good look for the MLB, in my opinion, and I say the same thing about Kaepernick. If Kaepernick was able to go, then someone should have picked him up, and then you could prove whether or not he can go, and you wouldn't really have a problem. Same thing with Trevor Bauer. If he can go, then he can go. And in my mind, he can go. Moving on, there is a source saying that Craig Kimbrell returns to the Braves on a one-year deal, and the Giants are selling 10% stake to a private equity firm. Cardinals shortstop Mason Wynn out with a sore wrist. Okay. So, not really much going on in the MLB. There's a bunch of spring training games going on. I'm not going to really talk about that. Once the regular season starts, then I can get into it. But we're going to move on to the NHL, where there was a bunch of games going on and a bunch of teams vying for playoff spots. Let's see what's going on. Well, in some news, Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin are discussing NHL and KHL games, which is which is interesting, I guess. But we'll see what happens. NHL says they're not really involved in those talks, but who knows? Not really anything going on in the news. Let's move on to the scores and the standings. Let's go. Anaheim Ducks lost in overtime heartbreaker 4-3. Leo Carlson had 2 goals for the Ducks, and I watched that game because obviously I'm a Ducks fan. And it was unfortunate that we lost, pushing us down the standings. Well, we got a point out of it, but, not really looking too good for us for our playoff hopes. But I wanted to see some improvement out of the Ducks, and they've begun to show it. The Montreal Canadiens beat the Ottawa Senators 6-3, moving to 33-27-7. I will check the standings after everything. Third start of the game was Nazem Kadri with... Oh, that was the Flames. I am so sorry. Anderson from Montreal, 2 goals, 0 assists. Suzuki, 1 goal, 0 assists. And Dvorak, 1 goal, 3 assists. Yeah. Well, no. Anderson was the third star. 0 assists. Yeah, 2 goals, 0 assists, plus 3 rating. The Flames beat the Rangers 2-1. Kadri with 1 goal, 1 assist for the first star. Coronado, 1 goal, 0 assists. Second star and third star. Shesterkin, the goalie, 33 saves and a 94% save percentage. Islanders wall up the Penguins, and my have the Penguins fallen from their 2008 8 to about 2020 run of great hockey. First star, Dobson, 1 goal, 1 assist, +2. Engvall, 1 goal. And Kylo, that's a Koila, I cannot say that word. Kolia Shonok. I butchered that. I apologize to you. 1 assist. 4-1 Capitals. Wilson got a goal. Strome got a goal and assist. Dubois got a goal. No goal from Alexander Ovechkin, who is chasing Wayne Gretzky. We've talked about that multiple times. And first star from Kyrou. Hold on. Blues beat the Predators 4-1. Kyrou or Kyrou. Kyrau. Don't know how to say the name yet. I'll figure it out. 2 goals, 0 assists. Holiday, 3 assists. And Neighbors, 1 goal, 1 assist. The Kraken beat the Blackhawks 6-2. Larson, 1 goal, 2 assists. Wright, 2 goals. And Beniers, 1 goal, 1 assist. Edmonton Oilers trounced the Utah Hockey Club. And if that's a sign for anything, Utah does not deserve to go to the playoffs. Nugent Hopkins, 1 goal, 2 assists. Hyman, 2 goals, 1 assist. And Ekholm, 1 goal, 2 assists. And the Oilers are heating up. They're looking to capture the first Stanley Cup for Canada. And finally, the Jets lost to the Canucks 6-2. Boser, 2 goals, 1 assist, first star. Hoglander, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Hughes with 0 goals and 2 assists. The Jets are, I think, lost the last 2 games. Let me double check the standings. Right now, Florida is in first place in the Atlantic. Let's go league, division, regular season. Okay, so if we go into the conference, Washington's in first place, 45, 15, and 8 losses in overtime. Win streak of 2. Carolina, 41, 22 with 86 points. Florida Panthers with 35 points. Tampa Bay Lightning, 34, 83 points. Maple Leafs, 83 points. New Jersey, 80 points. And Ottawa with 77. And the Montreal Canadiens are may lock up the last playoff seed with 73 points right now, but the New York Rangers are just trailing them. It's a tight race towards the bottom of the standings. But Buffalo, obviously not going to do anything. On the other side, okay, so the Winnipeg Jets only lost 1 game, but the Vegas Golden Knights have lost 2 games. 98 points for the Jets. Dallas Stars, 89 points. 86 points for the Vegas Knights. Colorado, 85. 84 for Edmonton. Los Angeles, 81. Minnesota, 81. Vancouver, 75. And the St. Louis Blues also with 75. These teams are all vying for a playoff spots. And then you have the Utah Hockey Club with 71 points. Calgary's got 73 points. And then 66 drops off from the Anaheim Ducks. And the lowly San Jose Sharks have already been eliminated. Now, I think that's all we have to say about sports today. And, well, this has been another Hill Times Sports. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another update. We'll see how this goes. I will see you all tomorrow.